Hi, everyone. I'm Allison. I'm the product manager for GiveSignup, which is our new division within RunSignup, GiveSignup that's focused on nonprofit technology. So for today's session, we're going to do something a little bit different. I haven't done this presentation before, but I thought it would be a good opportunity to talk through the different peer-to-peer fundraising options that are available on GiveSignup, RunSignup. Because we've added a lot of new features and technology over the last year, especially. And so I just want to make sure that our nonprofits understand the full suite of options that are available for them to do peer-to-peer fundraising on our platform. So just to start, I know I'm talking to nonprofits, so this is probably really not necessary to define, but when I'm talking about peer-to-peer fundraising, I'm specifically talking about the ability for your supporters to fundraise for your nonprofit. So to create their own pages, whether that's individual and or team pages, and share those pages to get donations that go to your nonprofit. I really like peer-to-peer fundraising because it is so tied to events, which is what GiveSignup and RunSignup is purpose-built to do. I think it's a great way to increase awareness of your event and your mission and to get people more involved. And of course, to raise more money for your nonprofit, which is always a good thing. So today we're going to talk through the 5 different peer-to-peer fundraising options that we have on our platform. And so these 5 options, 4 of them are on the RunSignup platform. So that traditional platform of registration where you click create a race on runsignup.com or click create a run walk ride on givesignup.org. And these 4 different options are all within that registration platform, but they're all kind of for different purposes. So the first one is a virtual run walk ride or virtual race. The second is an in-person event, so your traditional run, walk, ride, charity 5K type of event. The third one is a virtual challenge, which is our new platform that we've been talking a lot about, and it's especially exciting for nonprofits because it offers such a great way for you to naturally have an extended engagement and extended fundraising period. And the fourth one is charity bib fundraising. That's become more popular over the past years as more nonprofits are using us for their charity bid fundraising platforms that are attached to major marathons and large road races. And then the 5th option is our newest peer-to-peer fundraising option, which is part of the GiveSignup platform. So it's only available through givesignup.org, only available to nonprofit organizations. And that's standalone fundraising campaigns. And those are going to be fundraising campaigns that are not attached to an event. So for this agenda, what we're going to do is we're going to quickly walk through some key features and a demo for each of these 5 different peer-to-peer fundraising options. And then I'm going to wrap up a little bit early, and you're going to get a bonus session at the end, a surprise bonus of virtual peer-to-peer fundraising tips with Amanda, who is one of our new GiveSignup sales reps, and talk a little bit more about her when we get to that section at the end. All right, so to start off this session, we're going to be talking about the features, the different peer-to-peer fundraising options when you create a race on runsignup.com or you create a run walk ride on givesignup.org. Just as a reminder, if you have an account on runsignup.com, you can use that same exact account on givesignup.org. Your profile will show all of the different races, all the different donation forms, all the different ticket events that you've set up across both of the platforms. And the other really important thing to remember is that all of your data is living in one place. So it's not segmented into different databases. It's all living in one place, which is why we talk a lot about having an all-in-one platform. So for these 4 peer-to-peer fundraising options that you're going to be able to create through RunSignup or create a run walk ride on GiveSignup, we have the same basic features available with each of them. These are just standard things that you can use no matter what option you're going for: a virtual race, a virtual challenge, charity bib fundraising. So the first thing to note is we do have a free platform flat 4% processing fee. Yes, that includes the credit card fee with flexible payment options. So your nonprofit can use us completely for free if you always pass the processing fee on to your donors. One of the really nice flexible options that we offer is the donor opt to pay. So you can give your donors the option of paying that processing fee. All these options have the free Facebook fundraiser integration. All these options have a free website. So you will get to design, and don't worry, it's very easy to design a website on our platform. You will get to design a custom website for each of these peer-to-peer fundraising options. All these options have beautiful fundraising pages that let your supporters tell their stories and make it very easy for them to update and manage their pages during registration and after registration. We offer interactive and customizable milestones and badges to let you kind of celebrate and reward your fundraisers as they hit different fundraising milestones. We offer free drip campaigns. So those are the types of emails that you just set up and let run on an automated schedule. Those are really great if you want to send out like fundraising coaching tips, things like that. All these options give your fundraisers an email hub, so you can enable fundraiser email templates and provide templated content that your fundraisers can email out to their supporters, to their donors with your language. It just makes it easier for them to communicate what you would like them to communicate. All these options have reporting that's really easy to view, customize, share, access to, and export out of our platform and into any external CRM platform that you're using. The reporting is honestly one of the things that nonprofits like about us the most. We make it really easy for you to view all of your data for a peer-to-peer fundraising event in a single place, in a single report. And we also make that data very easy for you to control and to get out of our platform. And then finally, all these options have fundraising teams. And then I added this slide in just at the end of Brian's quick hit session. I think the other thing to note about these 4 peer-to-peer fundraising options is that you get a 360-degree view of your supporters, as well as the ability to take actions in a single place. So this is a screenshot of a participant, and this is kind of the data that you'll get to see about them. You'll get to see their event participation history with your organization, so only with your organization. You'll get to see the total number of dollars that they fundraised for your organization and the total number of dollars that they've donated over the history of their organization. We have a lot of features within this view. So one thing that you can look at down here is the ability to add notes about a participant. If you have multiple team members who are communicating and interacting with your fundraisers, this is a great way to track those internal team communications. And then when you click into a registration that they've signed up for, you're able to very easily manage that option for them. So it makes it easy to help them update their page, transfer their event, whatever they need to do. We give you those options in a single, easy to access place. So just wanted to emphasize that that is really the power of, having all of your peer-to-peer fundraising in a single platform that gives you these types of insights. So to get started, we are going to talk about virtual run, walk, rides. So what is going virtual? Going virtual is setting up a virtual event instead of canceling your run, walk, ride so that people remember that your event is happening and are going to come back next year. We really like the option of going virtual instead of canceling because it gives you an opportunity to engage your community this year. It gives you the opportunity to raise money this year. I've seen a lot of really successful free virtual events by nonprofits that make a soft ask for donations and fundraising. So even if you decide not to charge a registration fee, you can still raise money with donations and fundraising through our virtual platform. The other nice thing about going virtual instead of canceling is that you are going to save money. So think about all the costs that are associated with putting on an actual event, everything from, getting a timer to getting food and drinks for after the event to closing down streets. those costs are now off the table, and all the time spent on logistics and organizing that is also off the table. Our platform is completely free. If you decide to do a free event, there is absolutely no charge to use our platform. And we have that simple flat 4% processing fee on donations, which includes the credit card fee. So we keep the platform extremely low cost to make it easy and free for you to go virtual. So some of the key features, I've been hammering this, but free events are free on our platform. For virtual events, we do allow participants to submit their times or indicate that they participated. So even if you don't have an event that's been traditionally like a timed peer-to-peer fundraising walk or something, I do think it's cool to let people submit their times. It's kind of a nice little competition, friendly competition. We also have the ability for participants to upload their own photos to an event. If you are doing swag, our platform does do shipping address validation to make sure that you're collecting the correct address to send the swag. That can save you a lot of headache and money so that you are sending things to the right place. And then finally, one of the cool things that our platform has is RaceJoy. So RaceJoy is a mobile app. It's a GPS tracking app, and it's only available through certified timers and partners who have been trained and qualified to use the RaceJoy app. And RaceJoy is really cool. I definitely recommend Googling it, checking it out, finding out more information. But what it can help you do is bring more of a race day experience to your virtual event. So if you're forced to cancel it, you can still have people go out and run a 5K. RaceJoy is an app that gives them updates and progress alerts on where they are in that 5K course. You can customize it with sponsor shout outs, with messages about your nonprofit. So it's a really cool tool. And if you are interested, ask your timer or search for a timer with this link. And we're going to go into a demo. So I'm going to demo like the front end user experience of each of these peer-to-peer fundraising options. We've consolidated all this. Elizabeth did a ton of work to put together demo events on our test server, and they're all available at givesignup.org/peer-to-peer. So you'll be able to access this hub. We'll share the link in the chat, and you'll be able to kind of go in and test out all these events on your own on our test server. I'll show you how to do that during this session. And you can also learn more with the resources that have been provided here. So we have all the links on how you can set up different aspects of our platform based on what you want to do. So let's get started. This is a virtual event. So one of the really nice things about our platform is we do have these cover pages that let you really quickly and easily build a beautiful website so you can customize it to your virtual event. So when people sign up for your virtual race, I already have a user profile created, so that's simple. They're going to sign up for the event. You can offer swag if you want to. You don't have to, but you can let people select the size of shirt that they want to get or whatever item you want to offer. So in this setup, my individual fundraising page is being automatically created for me behind the scenes. And this is a way that nonprofits sometimes like to set up their fundraising so that it's very streamlined and quick for their participants to sign up. It also brings a lot of focus to the team fundraiser aspect. So I'm going to join this fundraising team that's already been set up. And then the other thing I can do when I'm signing up is I can make a donation. When I make a donation, this is automatically going to get attributed to my individual fundraising page, as well as roll up into my team fundraising total. So for this, for virtual races, people can sign up for text alerts, email alerts. You can choose what you want to offer, and participants can either sign up or opt not to receive those notifications. And then we get to the checkout page. So like I said, this is on our test server. So we have this fake credit card that you're able to use. It's just 4 with all ones. And then you can set a future date. And Elizabeth put directions on how you can use this fake credit card on our test server. if you want to sign up for this virtual event and test out the platform yourself. So I'm going to confirm that payment. And I am now registered. If the Facebook fundraiser integration were enabled for this virtual race, I would get a pop-up asking me if I wanted to create a connected fundraiser. But this is just a simple social share message. And I can go back to the website. And if we go here, you'll see donations. You'll see my fundraising page that's been created. Elizabeth's raised a lot more money than me here. And then the other thing that I can do once it's time for the virtual race to happen is I can submit my results. And we have a lot of really cool tools for you to remind your participants that they can submit their results. We have automated emails that can go out. So this is how your users will be able to submit their results. They'll look up their registration, or you can send them that unique link in that email reminder. And I'm going to go submit my results. How long is this? Just,
I don't think I said.
Okay, so it's walk whatever you want, I guess. So time and distance. So I'm going to submit that activity, and my activity has been saved. And so the fun thing is that I get my own results page, and when I come here, I'm going to see my results page pop up in 1 to 3 minutes. Might be a little bit wonky on our test server right now. But this is a fun way for people to participate in your event and kind of get that feeling of actually doing an event. It's a really flexible option for your nonprofit, and you have everything all in one place: your results, your donations, your fundraising platform, all in one platform. So Run, Walk, Rides, this is what RunSignup has traditionally been known for, but this is for when real in-person events return. But some of the key features for this are, similar to the virtual race, you can sign up, donate, fundraise in a single registration path. If you're new to RunSignup, GiveSignup, you're using us for your virtual event the first time this year, it's going to be really easy for you to just renew that virtual event and turn it into an in-person event, or offer flexible options depending on what 2021 looks like. One of the really nice features that we have available for real events is the ability to set up time slots to ensure that your event is socially distanced. So corrals are something that large marathons have used in the past. It's typically based on either like the time of day or how fast your time is. And it's for large events that need to spread people out just based on how large the starting line is. But for socially distanced events, it's going to be nice for just time slots. So limiting, every 30 minutes to 25 participants, or whatever your specific locality has as restrictions. It's a really easy way to make sure that's managed well when people are signing up. We also offer the option to give your participants multiple options. I think this is really important for nonprofits as events start to return. I think virtual is going to stick around for a while, and especially for nonprofits that are serving, certain communities, whether it's people who have an illness or, who aren't comfortable participating in real events. Having that virtual option is very inclusive and make sure that everyone, can be part of your event. We also offer nice race day tools like a mobile check-in app. We showed in quick hits that we make it really easy for people to sign up with fast registration options from their phone. So you have a lot of flexibility for offering real in-person events in a socially distanced environment. So this is an example. This is the Full Moon Run. I love this website that Elizabeth put together. It looks great. And so I'm going to sign up for the 5K, and this is an in-person event. So it's going to look pretty similar to the registration path for a virtual race. You'll see here I have my waves set up for different starting times, and you'll see that it shows me how many spots are left. You can make these pretty flexible, so like you can let people who are signing up in a family of 4, for example, make sure that they all get into the same wave, just showing like the number of spots that are available. but these spots will continue to decrease as more people sign up for those waves so that you never have too many people starting at the same time. So I'm going to sign up for the second wave here. So in this setup, I am shown my fundraising page and I'm asked to kind of customize it in the registration path. This is another really nice option. Your fundraisers can add as much info as they want now, or they can come back and add more information later. So they can add their own custom URL. They can upload a fundraising image. I don't have any fun pictures. There we go. That's a fun picture. And then here is a fundraising message. So Elizabeth set up some pre-populated content. This is great for your nonprofit to, populate the fundraising pages with the messaging you want. But as a fundraiser, I can delete what I want. I can add in my own fundraising message. And then here I have the option to join or create a fundraising team. And then similar to last time, I can make a donation that's going to get attributed to my individual fundraiser. And this is my checkout page. I have my credit card information, my fake credit card information saved. So I'm just going to go ahead and confirm my payment. And there we go. So I'm all registered for this. And what I'll show you this time is just really quickly my fundraising page. So I can come back here and I can update that. So you'll see here, I reached my $200 fundraising milestone. So I get this nice celebration message when I'm on my page. One of the reasons that nonprofits and their fundraisers like our platform is because we make it really easy to manage the fundraiser. So I'm in my fundraising page, I'm the owner of this fundraiser. I have all these really easily accessed links here. So if I want to update anything, like I reached my goal, so let me edit my fundraiser. How about I increase my fundraising goal to 500? And then I'm gonna just click Save Fundraiser Changes, and that's been updated. I have these quick links up here as well, where I can view my own donations that have been made to my fundraising page. This is really nice if I want to pull a report of who's donated to me. We include some fun graphs and breakdowns for your fundraisers as well. But really, it's just about making it very easy for your fundraisers to manage their own page. We want to make sure that they can do any updates that they want to do. So virtual challenge fundraising campaigns are a really fun new tool that we've built out of the pandemic, but will continue to be used by nonprofits to raise money and engage supporters. Lets you create a really unique virtual fundraising campaign where participants are logging multiple activities over a period of time. Our platform is really flexible, so you can do all sorts of different challenges, from the number of steps taken to number of books read to number of good deeds accomplished, as we'll see in Elizabeth's demo example in a minute. In the session at the end of the day, the last session for GiveSignup, I'm going to go through about a dozen different case studies of cool things that I've seen nonprofits do for virtual events and virtual challenges on our platform, just to help you brainstorm some ideas with this. The other new feature that we've added for virtual challenges is around automating engagement with milestones, badges, and notifications. So this is really fun gamification and also a way for you to kind of set up and then just let it run with engagement for your supporters throughout the challenge. So this is the Good Neighbor Challenge, and the focus is going to be about doing good deeds, this is very cute idea. I think Elizabeth would be okay if you guys steal this for your nonprofit. So I'm going to actually just switch this URL. Nope. Sorry, test server is a little bit wonky. I'm just not signed up. Well, we'll go through a session where I'm not already signed into the platform. So I'm going to use a new email address. I'm going to create a password here. And then I'm going to add my birth date. And you can control what, I was adding my date here. You can control what information is collected from your participants. So if you don't want to collect gender, for example, you can hide that question. This is just showing all the options by default, but you're able to customize all of this to show and collect the information that you want to collect. So this is me creating a new account to sign up for this challenge. And so for this challenge, there are two different options. There's one that's just completing the challenge and one that's also fundraising for the challenge. So I'm going to do the fundraising option and we'll continue. And then here I get to select my t-shirt size. And here I'm required to create a fundraiser because I chose the option that requires a fundraiser. So again, this is pre-populated. I'm not going to do any special editing. I'm going to make a donation here. And then this is my checkout page. I have a new account, so I have to re-enter my credit card number. And I can confirm that payment. All right, so now I've logged all of my, or I've signed up for the Good Neighbor Challenge. So I'm going to show you what results look like for this. So here is the results table, and you'll see it looks really different than your traditional like RunSignup results with times and miles and pace and whatever. It's just showing the acts of kindness that have been logged. So you can customize this result set to look however you would like it to look. So I'm going to click Submit Virtual Results and pull up my registration record. And here I am logging the number of acts of kindness that I've done. Mowed my neighbor's lawn. So people can add comments, they can, add anything here. For my goal, I'm going to add 20 acts of kindness as my goal. I'm going to save that goal here, and then I'm going to submit my activity. One of the cool things about challenges and virtual events is that we can also upload photos. So if I want to add any photos to my page, I can just come here and I can upload images from my computer. So I can click here and I can upload different images that I have, different photos that I'm completing. I'm finished uploading, and that is complete. So when I come into results later, what I'm going to be able to see is I'm going to be able to see a photo album in addition to my results on my page. So the challenge platform is highly flexible. It gives you a lot of different options for offering different challenge events. One of the other cool things here that Elizabeth added is a playlist. So our platform allows you to embed different playlists in your website. This is another fun way to just engage participants, create a soundtrack that correlates to the theme of your challenge or your nonprofit to make your event more fun. Charity bib fundraising. So more nonprofits have been using us for charity bib fundraising. Some of the key features specific to charity bibs are the ability to auto charge fundraising minimums on a set date. A lot of these major marathons require that you fundraise X amount of dollars because your nonprofit's being charged for those bibs. And so our platform lets you auto charge. It'll save the credit card information when people sign up, and you can select the date when you want to auto charge those. We have really flexible options. So for example, I can automatically exclude people who were on fundraising teams that met the team fundraising goal, even if they didn't meet their own individual fundraising goal. And you can also go in and excuse individuals from not being auto-charged. We have the free website capability, which is available for all these things, but I do like it a lot for these charity bib fundraising events. Because you can communicate information about the marathon weekend really easily, and you can also do that through our free email marketing platform. The reason it's nice to have people who are doing your charity bib go through a registration path is because, one, you may want to charge them a registration fee. So Semper Fi Fund typically charges about $50 as a registration fee in addition to the fundraising minimum, kind of to make sure that their athletes and participants have skin in the game. Like, they want them to be involved in it. They want them to be bought into, meeting that minimum and competing in the event. And then the other reason it's nice to have them go through registration is because you can collect additional information that's relevant to the weekend, whether it's additional giveaways that your nonprofit wants to do, or, you know, information about like food options for the weekend. Okay, so that's here. So this is an example of a charity bib fundraising team. And there's two different fundraising options here. So one is for a fundraising minimum of $500, where I'm going to sign up for the marathon. And one of them is an option for people who already have their own entries with a lower fundraising minimum. I think it's great to offer both of these options. Just keep things flexible and allow more people to be part of your team. So I'm going to sign up for this, and I'm going to go for the $500 fundraising minimum. Here, collecting shirt information and just an additional agreement to meet my fundraising minimum to participate. Here, the fundraiser heading has been customized to say charity runner. So this is really flexible in terms of what terminology you want to use. If you want to use some branded name for your fundraiser teams, you can do that. This here is my opt-in to agree to meet that fundraiser minimum and to agree to have my card charged if I don't by a certain date. You'll see here it's pre-populated fundraising messaging and the option to join a team or to create a new team. And I'm going to go ahead and continue. And so I'm signed up. With charity bib fundraising, I think one of the key reasons that nonprofits like our platform is because we do have that free Facebook fundraiser integration. And I think it's especially powerful with these like challenge events and these charity bib events because it's an extended period of time that people are fundraising for. And it's like, you know, a big commitment to run a marathon or to complete this big challenge. And so I've seen charity bib runners and fundraisers be really successful with their Facebook fundraising pages, both getting a lot of donations from that page, but also providing updates to their social network and their Facebook friends on their training journeys, you know, posting pictures, posting, you know, updates on different races that they're doing as training for the big one. I've seen that be a really powerful way for your charity runners to be successful in meeting those minimums and also to, you know, provide more information about their, you know, their passion for the mission of the nonprofit that they're running for. So that Facebook fundraiser integration is especially nice for these charity bib fundraising options. So the last peer-to-peer fundraising option is on GiveSignup, and it's our new standalone fundraising campaigns. And so to create a standalone fundraising campaign or multiple campaigns, you're going to go to givesignup.org and you're going to click Get Started Free and then create a donation website. These are the newest fundraising options. They don't have all the bells and whistles that are on those first 4 peer-to-peer fundraising options that are on the RunSignup traditional registration platform. But those features are going to come quickly over time. And the standalone fundraising campaigns do have some unique features right now that are already useful to nonprofits. So the first big thing is that you have the ability to create one or multiple campaigns that are not attached to an event. So these fundraising campaigns don't have a component of registration involved in them. So that works very well for something like a birthday fundraiser campaign, something that you want to leave open-ended and people can create fundraisers at any point in time. We also have the free Facebook fundraiser integration available for all these standalone fundraising campaigns. Why do you want to allow people to create these standalone fundraising campaigns on GiveSignup versus just having them create it on Facebook? I think there's a couple of reasons. So one is not everyone wants to use Facebook these days. And so giving your fundraisers and supporters an alternative option where they can create a page on GiveSignup is nice to make available. The second is you're going to collect more information about your fundraisers. So on Facebook, it's always a little bit difficult to get the level of reporting that you would really like. Whereas when they're going through the GiveSignup fundraiser campaigns, they're going to be giving you their personal information that lives in your database. So that may also be an advantage to you. And the third thing is we do have the free Facebook fundraiser integration. So your fundraisers kind of get the best of both worlds, where they can accept donations on Facebook and have that fundraiser promoted on Facebook to their social network. But at the same time, they also have a real web page that they can share with their friends and family and people who may not be comfortable actually making a donation on Facebook. One of the things that I've seen people do is, they'll have their Facebook fundraiser, and then in the comments, they'll put a link to, their fundraising page on GiveSignup, or they'll put a link to just like the general donation page for that nonprofit and say, if you're not comfortable making a payment on Facebook, click here. So you're just giving your fundraisers more flexible options. The other nice thing is I like the look of our standalone fundraising campaigns. I think they look really new and modern. And as you know, if you're an existing RunSignup, GiveSignup customer, we do development quickly. And there's going to be a lot of other features that are on the way. Over the next couple of weeks, months, years, we continually improve our technology. So what you see today is the beginning, and it's a great product that's very usable, and it's going to continue to get more powerful. So I'm going to show these standalone fundraising campaigns. So this is a donation website, and it's different than a race registration virtual challenge type of website because you only have this donate button here. We have cover pages available, so this is really flexible however you want to design your web page for these fundraising campaigns. You can add your branding. If you want, you can bring your own domain. And here we have two different fundraising campaigns available. So I'm going to fundraise for the Potomac because I can't pronounce that river. So this is a campaign page. And it's pretty simple right now, but each campaign has a goal and the options to become a fundraiser or to make a donation. So I'm just going to become a fundraiser. You'll see here that we only have the option to fundraise as an individual. Teams are coming soon, and I'll get to that list of upcoming features in a minute. But I'm going to create my fundraising page here. I can set my own goal. The nonprofit will suggest one for me, but I can edit that to be whatever I want it to be. And here I can add a custom end date for my fundraiser. Why do we want to have an end date for the fundraiser? It's because it's actually one of the fields that we have to send to Facebook. So if you're using the Facebook fundraiser integration, we have to have an end date to send to them. So your fundraisers are just going to need to add an end date to their pages. You can also control this. So if you want to automatically end them within a month, you can set the limit to 30 days and they won't have the ability to add their own custom date. Again, I can upload my own fundraiser image. I'm just going to be stuck with this smile face for today. And my fundraiser is created. So this is my fundraising page. People can make donations to it. So make a $50 donation. There's a couple of additional features that are only available on GiveSignup. One of them is the ability to designate the donation use. So I can select one of these different causes. This will show up in the nonprofit's reports so they can designate the money accordingly. Here you'll see that this is the donor covered fee option that's selected. So I'm automatically opted in to cover the processing fee, but I have the option to not pay it, and that will reduce my total cart to $50, or I can opt to pay it the $2 processing fee here. So just adding in the fake credit card again. And paying, and I get a confirmation page. This is also one of the new features of GiveSignup. So you're going to kind of see a slightly different user experience on donations and fundraising. And some of it you'll really like and you'll want to be on RunSignup. And there's some RunSignup features that you're going to want on this GiveSignup standalone fundraising campaign. That's going to happen over time. But right now we're kind of, expanding on this new design and new feature set for GiveSignup donations and fundraising campaigns. So this is the nice confirmation page. And then just go back to the donation website and you can see my fundraising page here. And my donation is being synced, but we're on a test server, so it's not working correctly. But this is working correctly on production. So still a couple of bugs on this test server, but that's okay. You guys get the idea. Okay, so what is coming next for GiveSignup standalone fundraising campaigns? So one of the things that we'll of course be adding is fundraising teams. The second thing is we're going to add more customizations to the fundraising pages. We've added a lot of neat features to the RunSignup, GiveSignup pages. Everything from like the fundraiser slideshows to like the customizable taglines and all of that. Those are going to get added to the standalone fundraising pages as well, because we realize the importance of giving your fundraisers the tools to tell their stories. The third big thing that's going to happen is fundraising websites. So we're going to give you the ability to connect a single fundraising campaign to a single website in the future. And that website, you'll be able to do all sorts of things like add custom content. And when you click on the donate button, it's just going to be for that one single fundraising campaign. So it will be like a one-to-one relationship with one campaign and one website. Right now, the relationship is many campaigns to one website, but you're going to have the flexibility to choose what is best for your campaigns in the future. And then the final thing that's really powerful and that you're going to start seeing in 2021, after we've added some more features to these new fundraising campaigns, is the ability to loosely couple the fundraising campaigns with other different entities in the GiveSignup, RunSignup sphere. So for example, with ticket events, GiveSignup has a new ticketing platform, and you can sell tickets to your charity golf tournament or your gala dinner. And what you're going to be able to do in the future is after you've purchased your tickets and made a donation, it's going to allow you to give your ticket holders a prompt to create a fundraising page. And the really cool thing is if there was a donation in the ticket path, you're going to be able to attribute that to that new fundraising page that's been created. So that becomes very powerful because you then have this very purpose-built platform for ticketing coupled with a purpose-built, fundraising solution that all lives in one ecosystem. And the same thing will happen over the next year with other updates that we plan to do with membership and standalone volunteer registration. So the power of these fundraising campaigns is going to become more and more visible on our platform as we start to pair them with these other features that your nonprofit can use to raise money. So we're really excited about these new standalone fundraising campaigns. I do think they can help your nonprofit now, because if you're paying for a fundraising platform, I don't think you should be. You can just use ours for free. We do have that Facebook fundraiser integration, which I don't think any other platforms offer for free for standalone fundraising that's not attached to an event. So there's already like a couple of key reasons and features for testing them out, starting to use them now. And then in a year, once we kind of put this whole pandemic behind us and start to accelerate the other development priorities that we would like to, you're going to be able to have a lot of power with these new fundraising campaigns when they're attached to other types of actions and revenue generating activities that your nonprofit is doing. So with that, I'm going to put myself on mute, and we're going to switch from this very high level overview of peer-to-peer fundraising options on GiveSignup, RunSignup platform. And we're going to just switch over to Amanda, who's our new GiveSignup sales rep. And she comes to us from MDA. So she was a regional executive director at the Muscular Dystrophy Association. And before that, she was an events manager at Komen. So she's been in the peer-to-peer fundraising space on the nonprofit fundraising side for over 5 years. So she's coming to us not as like, she doesn't have the sales experience, she has the fundraising experience, which should be really nice for you to talk to. But she's gonna go over some key tips for virtual fundraising these days. So I'm gonna mute myself and hand it over to Amanda.
Hi, everyone. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Thanks, Allison. That was a very good, strong overview of everything that is being offered here with RunSignup and GiveSignup. So really, I just wanted to give a couple kind of like peer-to-peer fundraising tips for a virtual world. And some of these are tried and true things that I'm sure many of you know, but it can never hurt to hear them enough. And then I think we'll like have a little bit of time for a Q&A at the end. So if you wanted chat them in as we go, we can answer. And if you, I think we'll allow people to unmute themselves at the end to ask too. So really just some general overview, peer-to-peer fundraising tips. I think something to remember as you're continuing to fundraise for your nonprofit is to continue to engage with your supporters as if the event were happening in real life. The need for communication and engagement has not gone away just because we can't necessarily convene all together. So coaching is still very important, even in this virtual world. And I would say from my experience, supporters are more available than ever and more open to, you know, once they've signed up and they're ready to be a fundraiser, they have more time for you to give them some coaching tips. So making sure that they're using, you know, the language that you want them to use and telling their personal stories and setting achievable goals for themselves and for their teams. They're all still really important components of peer-to-peer fundraising is coaching and developing those relationships. And I'm sure a lot of you know that when people have already signed up and they've already begun to fundraise and are peer-to-peer fundraisers, it's a lot easier to engage some of your higher level supporters to raise a few $100 more than it is to get a $0 raised participant to raise a few $100. So all of those tried and true peer-to-peer fundraising tactics are still the case with virtual events and with peer-to-peer fundraising. And with that, something that's really great on GiveSignup and RunSignup is the ability to customize the donation summary emails that you choose to receive on the nonprofit level. So you can put in different parameters such as I want to receive a donation summary email every time someone gets a donation of over $1,000. And then you can use that information to give them a call, thank them for their donation, and then maybe you want to add them to a potential high-level donor in the future, or you want to put them on a little bit of a different track within your nonprofit. Make sure that you're utilizing that information so that you can continue to engage your supporters. And I'm sure many of you, if not all of you, are being asked to do more with less right now. You know, this is a really challenging time for nonprofits, and you are all probably being asked to do more than you ever thought you could. So make sure that you're using some of these data and automation techniques that are available to you with RunSignup and GiveSignup to make your lives easier. So something like, you know, using that shipping validation tool if you are going to ship things out, and if you, again, in engaging your supporters, another like tactic would be to send out save the date physical postcards. You know, I think like people still like getting mail. There's, you know, USPS is in the news a lot right now, but definitely like people are excited. They need things to be excited about. They love your mission. Send them a postcard that says, you know, save the date for this virtual challenge. They can hang it on their fridge and see it all the time. And then another tool would be to utilize the reporting and the data reporting so that when you see that a fundraiser is getting closer to the next swag reward, you could pull a report that says anybody that's raised between $200 and $450, and then use that report to send customized emails or phone calls to say, you're only, $100 from the sweatshirt. Keep going, you can do it. We know that all of these tactics work, and there's a lot of really great tools and resources that GiveSignup and RunSignup provide to make sure that you can do things like that. And similarly, like continue to engage volunteers. So if you have a postcard that you want to send that has a thermometer, to reach a fundraising goal, and that fundraising goal is $500. You could send, a package of those postcards and a spreadsheet to a volunteer, and then they fill in where that participant is on their goal. And if it's at $400 and they get a little goal thermometer in the mail that shows where they are with their goal, I think that's going to be really compelling for them to get to their goal, to get to their fundraising goal and keep fundraising. So just, utilize these time-saving efforts to do your best to reach your peer-to-peer fundraising goals. And I know Allison mentioned the automated drip campaign, kind of the set it and forget it, is always going to be helpful. And the last thing that I had been considering with some peer-to-peer suggestions is creating the buzz. We were saying yesterday that the news is definitely looking for feel-good stories right now. Everybody has COVID fatigue, and there's just a lot of negativity in the world. So make sure, if you haven't, that you're engaging with your local news and local press outlets to let them know about the fun virtual fundraising techniques that you're using to continue to engage your really important missions. And you can use things like virtual kickoffs. Just because you can't have a kickoff at a restaurant to get people excited for your event doesn't mean that you can't do a Zoom happy hour or Facebook Live. You can do social media challenges. People are spending more time on social media than they ever have. So make sure you're engaging your supporters in all those kinds of ways. And I think everybody is still, if people loved rescuing animals before the pandemic, they still love rescuing animals, and they still are committed to your nonprofit. So, putting your efforts and time into making this exciting experience for your participants is going to pay off. So those are my tidbits, tips and tricks from some years in peer-to-peer fundraising. But I'd love to hear any questions that people have, or what they're doing to continue to engage their supporters during this. So I don't know if people want to chat in, or if we want to open it up for questions.
I'm going to see if we have any questions that we can go over.
Sorry, did I interrupt somebody who's talking? No.
Oh, I don't think so.
Okay. So yeah, you can enter any questions that you have about the GiveSignup, RunSignup, peer-to-peer fundraising tools that we went over. I can go over anything again, or you can ask any, fundraising type of tips from Amanda. We'll kind of summarize the different tips that she provided in a blog post. I'm already seeing some questions come in for you. But before she starts answering those questions, I just want to make sure that you know that you have this resource here. So this is givesignup.org/peer-to-peer. I saw Elizabeth put this in the chat. We'll continue to share this in an email follow-up and follow-up blogs about this fall cram session. But this is where all the resources from today's presentation live. We'll also add the recording and the slides to this hub. But what you can do is you can see the demo and find more information about each of these peer-to-peer fundraising options outlined on this website. So you can take time, test things out, figure out what option is right for you. If you want to talk to Amanda or Chris or Jake and kind of have like a consulting sort of session to figure out what the best strategy is for your nonprofit, what's the best tool, how can your nonprofit use it the best, you can click schedule a call, and one of our GiveSignup team members will reach out to you. So with that, I'm going to mute and turn it over to Amanda to start answering these chat questions that are coming in.
Okay, so the first one I see for us specifically is a virtual kickoff on Zoom. So I think if you Google like tips for Zoom meetings or like Zoom events, you could find a lot of these. I've seen some really well executed Zoom kickoffs. So let's say you're going to do a virtual challenge for the month of October for breast cancer awareness. On October 1st, you have a Zoom meeting, and there are some important things that you want to do that we all are kind of learning over time with Zoom. Have an agenda, set the ground rules, but make it really inspiring and engaging. The exact same things that you would do in an in-person kickoff. You want people to feel really connected to your mission and ready to fundraise for your nonprofit. So you could send out the Zoom link to anybody that had participated in the past. You can, open it up to anybody that wants to come. I think it would be really great as the meeting goes on to come up with a cumulative goal and have everybody feel very connected to that group. We all know that it's important to feel connected into a community and a group. On the kickoff, you determine what your goal is going to be for your October challenge. And you have that feeling of, we're all going to do this together, and have a half an hour and have some fun components too. You could do like a little two truths and a lie game or something, get to know each other. And then everybody just feels like much more connected to doing it. So I think there's a lot of really cool Zoom kickoffs that you could come up with to make it exciting and engaging for your supporters. It looks like another question. Do you have sponsors pay for any prizes provided for levels to reach? Any ideas how to get them paid for? Yeah, I think there are. We didn't really even get into this. And I know we only have 5 minutes left, but I've seen a lot of nonprofits do some really cool things to get sponsors engaged. So maybe an example would be you want to have Jiffy Lube as your sponsor. And you could say to Jiffy Lube, I am going to allow you to, I'm going to hand out coupons for $5 off a oil change, but you are going to be the presenting sponsor. Jiffy Lube gets, to get coupons to all of your participants that they might not have otherwise known. And then they also get to be the presenting sponsor. So you could do, there's a lot of other things that you could do with sponsors. Like you could include them on a company-wide you could offer Jiffy Lube to have a kickoff, a Zoom meeting with their company, with someone that is benefiting from your nonprofit. That could be an additional sponsor thing. And then you could also say that the sponsor maybe has to offer gift cards. So instead of a coupon, like you're saying here, you could tell sponsors that they're going to do a $100 gift card, and that's how you could have them pay for your fundraiser rewards. So if people fundraise to $500, they're going to get a $100 Jiffy Lube gift card so that their next oil change is free. So that's some examples on sponsors. Looks like a lot of these are some more challenge questions. So I don't know if there's any other specific like fundraising questions on here.
I can talk through the others.
Okay.
On
Yep,
mute.
unmuted.
So just to answer a couple of other questions that are coming through. So any recommendations for a hybrid virtual and in-person event? So I'm thinking a lot about this with like turkey trots. Or some other type of event that you regularly have scheduled. But basically, it just depends on where you're located and what your local regulations are saying and allowing you to do. But like for a turkey trot that you traditionally hold, you could offer, the regular 5K, and you can use those different time slots to make sure that people are, properly spaced out while it's happening. So that would be one event option. And the second event option would be a virtual 5K. And the really nice thing about it is that your participants who are doing the virtual, they have a lot of ways to be actively involved, whether that's, submitting their virtual results, or you working with a timer to offer race joy, or, allowing, your participants to upload photos in addition to the photos that you take and upload from the actual in-person event. So you can really easily blend those two options as well as the participant experience in a single website on GiveSignup, RunSignup. And you can also offer those donation and fundraising options for both options as well. Kira asked if she could set up multiple challenges for a single event to maximize fundraising potential. I wrote a little answer in the chat. But yes, I think that's a great idea. So one of the things that I've seen nonprofits do is they'll offer several different options, and one of them would be an individual option and one would be a team option. And that appeals to people that want to take on a challenge themselves, and also those who are more casual or team oriented, want to split it up. The other really cool option is we do have this functionality of a bundle. So you can have like two separate websites, one for, you know, your virtual turkey trot and one for, Thanksgiving November step challenge or something. So one's a virtual run, walk, ride, and one is a virtual challenge. And what you can do is create a bundle that's featured on both websites and allows people to sign up for both the virtual event and the virtual challenge at the same time. And you can offer them a little bit of a discount when they sign up for both events together. So you really do have a lot of flexibility in offering, you know, different options within a single challenge, and also options to combine a virtual race, run, walk, ride with a virtual challenge, just so that you have, you know, you're appealing to everyone in your constituent base, and you're also raising more money by just doing more different activities. And then the other thing is GiveSignup, RunSignup URLs are completely interchangeable. So you don't have to choose one or the other. You can use both. I showed it up here when I was writing a response to Laura Lynn in the comments in the chat. But you'll see here, I have my runsignup.com URL. I can go in and change this to givesignup.org. So it's the same thing, my same profile. And I'll just show you in the back end really quick. If I go to URLs here, two things. One, I can set up short URLs. So I can put as many as I want here. And then I can choose a preferred website domain. So I can automatically detect the best, or if I just prefer GiveSignup or RunSignup. But preferring one still means I can use the other. So you have that flexibility with your URL. So Chris asked a question about team challenges. Team challenges are awesome. We'll cover some examples of team challenges in the case study session, but you can have team challenges. We've added a lot of features, so you can have a set of individual results, a set of team results. Your teams have their own individual team result pages with their own milestones, their own badges, their own live tracking maps. So it's really nice to have that sort of flexibility. Teams within teams. It's kind of, I don't know if I entirely understand that. I think the key to think about is that you might want to keep things simple for your event. One possible option for like a teams within teams. So for example, if you have like a sponsor category and a donor, I don't know what your categories would be. You can set those up as different event options with their own, like, you know, result sets, and then you can have teams within that. But I think when you're setting something up like that, it is going to be more complex. And so I do think that keeping things a little bit simple can be good. Okay, two companies going up against one another, and within each company, they may have different departmental teams. I can't answer the best way to set that up off the top of my head. What I would suggest is sending an email to either info@givesignup.org or info@runsignup.com. And those will go to our support team that are working with our customers to figure out the best setup. And they can give you a bit more of one-on-one advice to figure out what the best situation and setup would be for your event. But the platform's pretty flexible. It can do a lot of things. So most things that you want to do within challenges, I think our platform is pretty well built to handle. So I'm going to end this session now, and thank you all for attending. We'll post the recording, the slides, and also make sure you guys have access to our peer-to-peer hub, as well as Amanda's virtual peer-to-peer fundraising tips after this session. So thank you so much for attending. We're so excited to be able to put out all these cool peer-to-peer fundraising tools for nonprofits, and we can't wait to hear how you're using them. Thanks.